Okay, let's get into it's your boy Dubbers. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Dubbers, and we're back with another game here. This one's called Absolence Santa Claus. I don't know. Adolescent. You can correct me. I have no idea. Christmas Eve. I was sitting there, staring into space. My room was without sound, without color, without smell. Okay. Why do people make such a big deal about Christmas anyway? There's no difference between today and any other day I had already sat through. I let out a long sigh. Ah! Okay, that was. Okay. Thinking back, I actually believed in Santa when I was a little kid. Santa? Not coming tonight. I don't think he'll be stopping by. Is it because I'm not a little kid anymore? Yeah. Me? I let out a sigh and looked around the room. That's when I saw her. Um, what the fuck did I get myself into? Santa's a girl? There was a little Santa standing there. She, he had just appeared out of nowhere, asking for a present. The nerve. Where she comes from, anyway, she hadn't been there a second ago. I couldn't really be sure. I don't really want to think about it either. I'm sorry, I have nothing to give you. I had no idea where she had come from, but she was very cute for Santa. There's nothing left for me? Right, I don't have any money or anything. Anything else? I can't exactly give you my computer and my clothes. I won't. Clothes won't fit you. I really want to give up anything, any of my books. I really have nothing at all for you. There's nothing at all you could give me? Like what? Maybe a hope or a dream. I don't have any of those either. Don't really look like you would. Sorry. Go find someone who actually has something to give you. Hmm? She said, shooting me an angry sideways glance. I'm not leaving until I get a present. Do as you please. Was this all a big hallucination? Could I be dreaming? The little Santa girl smiled and skipped circles around me. It was Christmas Eve. I couldn't be sure if it really happening or if it was just a dream. Putting the reality question aside for a second, this cute little Santa said she wasn't going to leave my side. Loading. 12:24, Christmas Eve. I locked the door. With that, the room became its own little world. It was our own little microism, uninsured by those inside it. I closed the door because this wasn't a miracle or anything. This needed to be one of me in this world. I was fine with being alone. But Santa was still running here and there. She was hopping around, showing no sign of stopping. She was driving me insane. Sit. She sat. Okay. I had this feeling that if I told her to shake, she might actually give her hand like a little puppy. Shake her head like a little puppy. I decided not to test that theory out. Who are you? Santa. But you're wearing a school uniform. Still, that doesn't change the fact that I'm Santa. Somehow. When I first laid eyes on her, I also recognized that she was Santa. How had I known that? No clue. However, there are those times when your mind just throws out all those thoughts and chases down a feeling instead. Today, I was expecting the phenomenon firsthand. Christmas Eve. I just wanted to throw out reality and chase after the fantasy for a little while. Hasn't the world kind of given up on Santa? I threw on the uniform and transformed into a pretty little girl to survive. That's why she was wearing the school outfit uniform. How do you like being a pretty little girl?
Costume play?
Feels a bit like cosplay. You must have failed as Santa then. No, no way. Just because I'm wearing this uniform, it doesn't change the fact that I'm Santa on the inside. If you're Santa, where are the presents? Doesn't Santa normally give out presents?
회수 중이야.
That's what I'm here for. Returns. Returns. Right, I'm here to take back the presents I gave people when they were little. Why?
빌려줬으니까.
They were just on loan. What was on loan? All the dreams, the hopes, maybe some wishes for the future, that kind of stuff. You just lent those out? Yes, I was thinking of getting them all back with interest, but
다 파산했더라.
everyone's gone bankrupt. Poof. Santa was actually a loan shark? It was just one big trick. So you're here to collect all of the hopes and dreams you've given me. Yep, I'm here for them all with interest. Sorry, I've wasted them all. Okay, what the fuck? She took a sudden step back as I'd shoot her with an arrow. I had startled the little girl. Cute though.
기한이 있어.
You got a deadline to repay me. A deadline?
24일과 25일.
24th and 25th.
그 기간이 지나면
If you don't pay me back, I have to give this uniform back to its owner. What happens if you have to return it?
산타는 소멸해버려.
Santa's a goner. What is that?
산타는 교복을 입고
Using this uniform is to transfer into a little girl is the only way that Santa can keep from going extinct. Huh? What a difficult situation we find ourselves in.
요컨대
To put it simply. It seems like she wanted to explain the situation.
25일이 지나면
After Christmas, this is a thing that can be done today and tomorrow, the most fantastic of days. Fantastic? Fantastic. Only there's fantastic then. Sure, fantastic days. They must have held some special power for her. Then you're only got 2 days to collect your full payment. Yes, it is quite urgent. I'm sorry though, I've got nothing. Oh god. Loading. The sun's come up. I open up the window and saw the first rays peek over the horizon. The sun has risen on this fantastic day. Sunny day. Okay. It would be a bright and sunny Christmas Eve. Huh? Not really that fantastic. The sun must have hated the snow because it always melted it all away. It burned the snow into non-existence. Poor snow. The warm rays picked it on it every year. The sun was a real bully. Okay, that I've never. Okay, that's interesting. Reality had a way of being like that too. Santa?
왜?
Yeah? Where's Rudolph?
구워 먹었어.
I grilled him and ate him. The fuck? You ate Rudolph? Not Rudolph? That's a little. He tasted like tears. That is so fucked up. Why? How could you eat Rudolph? Tasted like tears. Like tears?
산타는 배가 고파서
I was so hungry that I had to eat him. I had to eat my lovely Rudolph.
사랑하는 루돌프를 먹지
Because if I
않으면
didn't,
좀
I would have starved to
어쩔 수
death.
없고
That's still fucked. How did you get in such a desperate situation?
빌려간 꼬마들이 파산해버려서
All of those
배가
broke
알거지가 됐어.
little children were unable to repay me, leaving me broke and penniless myself. Oh,
루돌프야.
my dear Rudolph.
하지만 괜찮아.
But it's all okay because Rudolph's inside me now.
있으니까.
Okay, that's one fucked up way to put it. We'll be together forever. Okay. How can there be a Santa without Rudolph?
어떡하긴.
What do you mean? I'll just walk everywhere. You'll walk?
루돌프는 날 수
Rudolph
있었지만
could
루돌프를 먹은 나는
could fly just because I ate him.
코를 빨갛게 칠해도 날 수가 없어.
That doesn't mean that I can too. Even if I painted my nose red, I'd still just have to walk everywhere. Silence for Rudolph. So what are you going to do after today and tomorrow are over? With the other 363 days of the year, I normally make hopes and dreams with those.
그리고 그걸
I spend them all
24일에
around on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Santa is so awesome. I spread them all around Christmas Eve. Santa's so awesome. You are. You sure are.
하지만 요즘엔 공장 운영이 잘 안 돼서
But those days, a factor that makes all the hopes and dreams isn't doing too hot either. I got worn down and collapsed in on itself. How'd that happen?
희망을 빌려간 꼬마
It's all bankrupt little brats. They're all
해버렸으니까
filled a joint bankruptcy petition. Oh, filed a joint bankruptcy. Pay me, pay up. Pay up, pay up, pay up, pay up. Okay. I'm sorry, I still don't have anything for you. Loading. Morning had run its course, and the afternoon was already here. Afternoon, oh afternoon, I want snow. I wanted to see a blanket of snow. I wanted to see the whole world turn white. Take off a while, Mr. Sun. Bring back the snow. I'm hungry. Santa looked around like she was starving. You're hungry?
내 속에 루돌프가 배고프다고 울부짖고 있어.
Rudolph says he's hungry too. Okay. Still kind of fucked up. I can hear him whining inside me. Rudolph. Was he alive? I've got some ramen.
인스턴트는 싫어.
I hate instant food. Then starve.
이 나쁜 재무자.
You filthy cheesesteak. Cheesesteak. The lone sharks suddenly lashed out at the debater. Okay. Santa gave me a good whack right on my forehead. 1 minute till reset. Okay. She hit me so hard that I blacked out for a second and fell back on my bed. 1 minute passed, and I have been reborn. The fuck?
다행이야.
What a relief. Look what you did. Were you trying to kill me?
판타스틱 데이니까.
I told you it was a fantastic day. You should expect the unexpected on a day like today. Sure, it's a fantastic day, alright. It was a fantastic day for catching me completely off guard. Santa?
왜?
Yeah? Why did you start lending those hopes and dreams to children?
처음엔 팔았어.
I actually sold them at first. You sold them?
응.
Yep. For how much?
절망해.
For all this despair.
절망을 우리에게
I
팔면
told you that
희망을 준다고 했어.
if they sold all of their despair to us, they would fill them with hope. And business was good.
어쩌록 인기는 많았어.
Somehow business was actually pretty good. But
그런데
at some point, people just stopped selling us their despair.
주고 싶어도 못 준대.
They wanted to let it go, but they just couldn't. Why not?
껴안고 있으면서
They were
안
holding it
되신다고 소리를 질러.
onto it for dear life, screaming that it wouldn't come off.
그래서 꿈과 희망을
That's why
빌려줬어.
we just started lending them the hopes and dreams. Why didn't you just give the hopes and dreams to them?
빌려주니까 버리더라.
If you give a dream to someone, they just throw it away. Oh,
너도 버렸잖아, 이 채무자야.
you did the same. You deadbeats are all the same. Again, she smacked me on the forehead. She hit me so hard that I almost fell over again. Let's just keep with your story. If you give dreams to people, they just throw them away. That's why you're not making it a point that you're just lending them out. That's
이자까지
right.
쳐서
And
엄청나게 돌려받으려고.
with the interest, I figured that would make for some great returns. Huh.
근데
But all humans are
인간들이
flat
갚아서
broke. Huh?
돌려줘.
Give it back. Give me. Sorry, still nothing. Okay. Afternoon left us and the sun returned to its home. Since we were just sitting here in my room, it wasn't like it made much of a difference anyway. I poured Santa a glass of water. Is there a problem with the water?
루돌프가 울부짖고 있어.
Rudolph is crying inside.
내 시력을 채울 수 있을까 보자.
He says you think that the minerals in this water are enough to satisfy Santa's appetite? Rudolph. Considering his circumstances, he was being a little picky. Santa.
왜?
Yeah. What are you going to do now since everyone is basically bankrupt? There must be some other way to save you. No? Help me think of something. We sat there in silence for a while, thinking of a plan. I have no idea. I really
첫째 아이디어도 상당히 참신한
thought
거였는데.
this whole lending business was a brilliant idea. Aren't you being a little greedy about all of this? The whole with the interest thing.
채무자.
You filthy cheapskate. 10 years ago, you made me a pinky promise that you multiply the hope I gave you by 100 or 1,000 times. You even closed the deal with Spit Shake. The Santa girl. She must have been holding onto this grudge for a while now. Pay me back. Give it. You made me a promise to pay back my investment 100 or 1,000 times. Sorry, it's all just blown away. I've got nothing. Again, it looked like I'd stuck a bad cord somewhere inside Santa. What am I going to do? Santa was getting really distraught over all this. Santa, a day has already passed. It's just a second. Christmas Eve is going to be over. And it's gone. Okay. I'm getting sick of this girl's whining. And just like that, Christmas was here. I opened my window just a tiny bit and saw that it was snowing outside. Wow, it was finally snowing. It was snowing quite hard, actually. When I opened my eyes tomorrow, the whole world would be covered in white, huh? Are we just going to stay up the whole night?
안 돼.
No,
어린이는 일찍
need
자야 돼.
an early bedtime. I'm an adult now.
아니야. 내가 교복을 입고 있지만
There's where
마음만은
you're
어린이인
wrong. Just like
것처럼
Santa's just
저도
dressed
겉으로는
up this
어린이지만
uniform.
마음만은 어린이.
You're just a little kid dressed up like an adult. Huh? Dressed up?
외형은 중요하지 않아.
Appearances
중요한 건
aren't
마음.
important if
마음만은
that's
언제나
inside
따뜻해.
that counts. And I'll always be Santa inside. Sleep well. Laid down and pulled the covers over her waist. I did the same. Somehow we managed to use the same covers. Okay, what's gonna happen here? Somehow we managed to use the same cover. Sweet dreams, Santa.
허니 드림.
May your
Santa.
dreams be as sweet as honey, little boy. Okay. Christmas, 12/25. It was Christmas, December 25th. It was Christmas. The world was white and pure. The murder sun was hanging in the sky, doing its best to try to change that fact. It was murdering the snow, one snowflake at a time. Santa?
왜?
Yeah? Get rid of the sun since it was one of your fantastic days. You can manage that, right?
부탁해봐.
Ask it yourself. Ask it yourself. Hey, Mr. Sun, go home. It's ignoring me.
현실이 다 그래.
That's reality for you. Huh? Santa started rolling snow into a ball. Santa, what are you up to? I'm making a snowman. Aha. I started rolling up my own little snowman. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Roll it up, roll. It was all done. Santa had made a larger snowball for the snowman. Had made a larger snowball for the snowman's body. I put my smaller snowman on top of the longer one. Well, the final touch is the snowman was complete. How's it look? It's just like, if we just leave him here, the sun is going to murder him too. Yeah,
그렇네.
you're right. He's got a
하루
day
종일
to live his life. Just one day.
하루만 반짝하고 생기는
A
희망.
day to to shine as a little beacon of hope.
다음 날이 되면 스르르
He will have
녹아.
melted into a puddle.
반짝할 땐 기쁜데
He'll shine brightly while he's here, but he's
없었던
be
것처럼
forgotten once he melts.
잊어버려.
It's like he never existed in the first place. Sigh, seriously, what am I to do? Stole a glance at me. There were only 14 hours till Christmas was gone. There was only 14 hours left of her fantastic day. We hope had only 14 hours left to live as well. Once today was gone, she would also melt away. We had to figure out a way of keeping her around. How about we keep a little ball of hope in the freezer?
그러면 안 커. 딱딱해지고
That's a little
굳어지기만
guy
해.
will never be able to grow up. He'll just have a hard freeze up. How is he now? What's your idea then? Oh. Santa looked depressed.
정말 어쩔
Is
수
there
없는
really
거야.
nothing to be done? Santa gave me another look.
그냥 줘도 안 되고,
I can't give
팔아도 안
away
되고,
these hopes.
빌려줘도 안
I
되고.
can't sell them. I can't lend them
힘들어.
out.
빛이
Being
보이지
Santa
않아.
is hard. There's not a silver lining to be for. Yeah?
내가 마지막이란 말이야.
I'm the last Santa. Huh?
산타는 멸종당했어.
I told you that Santa was going
내가
extinct.
유일하게
I'm the last
살아남은
Santa in existence. Who killed the rest of them?
너잖아, 이 채무자.
You did, you filthy debitors. The creator lashed out at her debater again. Ouch. She caught me with a legitimate uppercut to the chin. Ouch. That really hurt.
아파도 싸.
Show what you owe me.
한 시간 동안 생각을
I've been
해봤는데
thinking for the last hour or so. I hadn't had a single thought that the whole last hour. I'd just been rolling up that little ball. Have you come up with a good idea? I got an idea. I'm not sure if it's any good. What is it?
시청 앞에서 파업할까?
How about we go on strike in front of the district office? How about we don't?
왜?
Why
내가
giving
힘을
out
주는 것도
these hopes and
노동이야.
dreams is a form of manual labor too. No one will understand. Okay. Loading. We're back in the bedroom again. The afternoon made way for the evening. We headed back to my room. Santa already evening. Why do you have to be a uniform that saves you? Couldn't you just cosplay as something else?
교복을 입은 산타는
If I wear
영원
this,
시대.
I'll be a teenager forever. A teenager? I'll be Santa on the inside, but look like a teenager because of this uniform. Oh, huh.
에잇,
Why don't you put a uniform on too? What? The next thing I knew, I was wearing my old uniform. the whole situation. How strange. I felt like I was back in high school again.
잘 어울려, 잘
Looks
어울려.
good on you, real good. Looked quite pleased with herself.
산타는 힘이 없어.
Santa's running out of
그래서
steam.
조금밖에 해줄 수
That's
없어.
why I can't be of much help. Huh?
그래도
Still, I can't
만나서
expect to
내년까지
return with
천대로
1,000% interest next year. A return on what?
희망.
Your hopes and dreams. When did you give me hopes and dreams? They're in this uniform you're wearing. Huh? There were hopes and dreams in this old high school uniform.
원래부터 네 속에 있던 거니까.
I think you were inside the whole time.
조금씩 불리면 돼.
They just needed to be drawn out by something. Just take your time figuring out what they are. It feels like they're all going to melt away and die tomorrow, though. Santa? Yeah? I'm sorry.
미안하면 좀 갚아.
If you're sorry, then pay up. Filthy little deadbeat. The creator lashed out, and she hit him again. Why didn't she hit me this time? She stared at me with a look on her face.
시간이 없어.
We have run out of time. For what?
한 시간밖에 남지 않아.
There's only 1 hour left. That was right. There was only 1 hour left until the end of Christmas. You think I'll be able to figure my hopes and dreams in 1 hour? Santa, I have a favor to ask. What is it, Mr. Debater? Come back next year. You want me to come back next year? Yeah, next year. You think you'll be okay with paying me back the rest by then? Honestly, I'm not too sure. I'm trying my best to call my hopes and dreams, but I'm afraid that the sun is going to be strong tomorrow, that they'll all melt away. But if they were to happen, I just have to wait patiently for the next fantastic days. Maybe I can take out another loan then. You filthy little deadbeat, you know how much you already owe me? How much? I gave you the loan when you were 7 years old, so you've been accumulating more and more debt for 13 years. He's 20? Okay. If I were to pay you back, how much would that be? You'd need to give me hopes and dreams to 13 people to pay off all that. All you're running some sort of pyramid scheme or something? Santa gotta put food on her table too. What a wicked Santa asking me to pay back my loan 13-fold. Good, I'll be back next year. If you haven't given me hopes and dreams to 13 people by then, I'm going to call it 113 due to interest. And the next year, if you haven't filled that quota, it'll go up to 1,300. Wow, the corruption in your enterprise. Your corporate entrepreneur laughed and smiled. Good luck. Yep. And self-will never totally melt. Huh?
처음엔 녹아도 녹지
Feel
않을
like your
정도로
result
많아지고
is
단단해지면
starting to melt. Starting to melt. Just gather up as much as you can and take yourself strong and make yourself stronger. And store it all in my freezer.
그럼 단단해지기만 하고
Don't make it
많아지지가
stronger,
않잖아.
but it'll be too hard to add more resolve to it. Huh? Good luck. Yeah.
태양이 또 죽여버리면
It's all melted by next year. Maybe I'll be nice and lend you some more of the next fantastic days. Increase my quota tenfold.
그렇지.
That's right. Wow, again, with this pyramid scheme, huh?
그래.
Yeah, wait till your debt gets up to hundreds of millions. You're being unfair. That's impossible.
괜찮아.
It's fine. A pyramid can reach down that far and just get stronger. My short Christmas was already coming to a close. You really be back next year? Yep. I really have no idea what will happen by then.
나도 몰라.
Neither do I. Still.
그래도
Still what? I'll be ready and waiting.
약속.
Is that a promise? I don't want to make a promise. I'm too scared of breaking it. Just like a filthy debitor. Hee. With a tick of the clock, Christmas was gone. You're not leaving.
마지막으로
I have one more thing to say. What is it?
고마워.
Thank you. Huh? Why?
마지막이었어.
Because you were the last. The last what?
마지막 고객이었어.
My last customer. You were my last. Huh?
다행이야.
It's a relief too. I didn't lose my job. Seeing Santa smile like that made me feel somewhat touched. For me, I've got at least 130 hopes and dreams to make before next year. Yep.
시작은 가볍게 13개.
I'll start easy
130개를
to
들고 올게.
just 13, but I'll be
같이
back
싸울지도
next year
모르겠어.
with 130. Might need someone to help me carry them all by then. Yep.
그 다음 해엔 1,300개.
And then next year 1,000.
그 다음 해엔 13,000개. 그
Yeah,
다음
then
해엔
13,000. Then 131. 30,000. Wow.
그렇게 되면
If you can manage
공장을
that,
다시 돌릴 수 있어.
maybe I can manage to get the factory started back up again. Santa? Yeah? What is your dream?
사람들에게
I just want to give hopes and dreams to others. Of course.
그렇지.
Of course. Good luck.
너도
You too. Yeah? Christmas was gone. It was 26th of December, Boxing Day. The fantastic days were at an end, but I still that fantasy burning in my heart. Once I stepped out the door, I had no idea if the sun would burn away those fantastic feelings. Still, I had to open the door. If I just let those feelings freeze in here, they'll stick around, but they would never grow. Just needed to last for one more year. I had last year and passed it on, those feelings to others in the form of hopes and dreams. I was looking forward to next Christmas already. See you soon, Santa. I'll be waiting.
산타
Okay, that's the Adolescent Santa Claus. If you enjoyed it, as always, let me hear about it. Have a good one. Hashtag join the